Ladies and gentlemen, we present Ernest Fontwell and the Motoring Experts, written by Lawrie Wyman and starring Frank Thornton.
How do you do? My name is Ernest Fontwell. Well, I wasn't really expecting that vital piece of utterly useless information to produce a tumultuous round of applause or the band of the Grenadier Guards, but however, a slightly bemused expression on your faces indicating, never mind, perhaps you'll get more interesting later on, would have been nice. After all, I am here to help you to combat the various experts who attack us Ernest Fontwells whenever we want to buy, sell, or have anything done to anything. Give any of the experts an inch, and they'll charge us $5 for measuring it. Last week, I told you how to deal with the building experts and how to defeat them. This means that I won't be able to get a tile put back on my roof, even if there's a monsoon and a hurricane at the same time. I shall now cut my own throat again and tell you how to defeat the motoring experts. It all starts when you decide to junk your second-hand bike and buy a second-hand car. Having trouble?
Oh, no. As long as I don't want it to go backwards or forwards.
Have you tried driving it sideways? No. Perhaps you aren't in the mood for weak jokes.
True. If only there was a cliff near here, I'd push the brute over it. Didn't me mate an unfortunate? Tried to start it on the handle, and that turned out to be a do-it-yourself hernia kit.
I won't waste any more of your time. Originally, I was interested in possibly buying it.
Well, snip at the price, sir, snip at the price. Only one careful owner. Just used for the odd bit of shopping, I believe. Full MOT until next Thursday.
Of course, what fooled him when you walked into his yard was the fact that you still had your bicycle clips on. Now, he's rumbled that you might sign a cheque and relieve him of this heap of nuts and bolts. He's one of the experts that lie in wait for us Ernest Fontwells. Before you know it, he has you inside the little wooden hut he has the infantry to call his office and signing hire purchase agreements. At the same time, he's pouring sawdust in the sump to stop the exhaust pipe creating a pea soup of fog and giving the battery a booster charge that's so massive it has the cells doing the floral dance. Halfway home, your proud possession goes... So you get out, use the key to open the bonnet, and discover an engine entirely covered in sawdust and old oil. You try to start again, and all you get is nothing. But from out of nowhere, another expert is there to help you. From the AA.
Having trouble, sir?
Oh, no, as long as I don't want to go backwards or forwards.
Have you tried driving it sideways? Oh, no, perhaps not. You are a member, I take it, sir, right?
Not yet. I've only staggered 1.5 miles.
Well, in that case, sir, I happen to have the forms. So if you'd like to sign here and give me a cheque, I'll see what the trouble is.
And if I don't sign?
Then it's been nice meeting you, and the nearest garage is 14 miles that way. Sir.
And being a twit and a Fontwell, we sign. He then effects an immediate repair.
There you are, sir. All part of the service.
Well, what was wrong? Why couldn't I start it?
You'd put your car door key in the ignition keyhole. That's why it wouldn't turn.
That little piece of expert information has clobbered you for another few quid. But you will receive a boring magazine that nobody reads, even if you leave it in a dentist's waiting room.
I always read it.
Who are you?
A dentist.
I might have known. However, you are now the proud owner of a mechanical heap and a pair of useless bicycle clips. Having washed and polished the rust, you take your terrible mistake to a garage for a service.
Morning. Yeah, I think you've made a mistake. The breaker's yard is next door but one.
Actually, I want a 3,000-mile service.
Oh, 300,000 more like. Yeah, who sold you that? The Victoria and Albert Museum?
I was assured it was in perfect running order.
Yeah, and so was the bloke who sold it to you just as soon as he got your cheque. The first 2-minute mile straight round to the bank. Mind you, you're lucky.
How?
Well, there's nothing wrong with this car that money won't put right.
So, being an Ernest Fontwell, we get a brilliant idea. We'll push the car back and part-exchange it for a newer model. To your utter surprise, the chap who sold the disaster to you was no longer with the firm. He's probably a chauffeur for a Mr. Ronald Biggs in Brazil. But the new car sales expert is much more helpful.
I'm so sorry you are disappointed, but of course you only get what you pay for.
Pardon?
How does the idea of having a newer model grab you?
Pardon? Oh, yes. Yes, that is what I had in mind.
Well, I'm sure I can accommodate you, sir.
I never doubted it for a second.
What had you in mind?
Well, something younger. Which really gets you going at the times when you... well, perhaps I'd better inspect what you've got.
Oh, I see. You are looking for something in our sports section.
I thought I was talking to it. Actually, I was looking for a really reliable, and I stress the word reliable, family car.
Oh, in that case, you'd better have a word with our Mr. Simpson. He deals with all our imported cars.
And half an hour later, you are back on the road in a car with inscrutable headlights and a tendency to commit harikiri if you get overtaken by a British car. But at least it is reliable. Well, most of the time.
Having trouble, sir? I see you are a member of the AA.
Well, yes, I am. It just won't start.
I see, sir. Well, I happen to have the forms here, so if you'd like to sign here and give me your cheque, I'll see what the trouble is.
But I'm already a member.
Of the AA, granted. I'm from the RAC.
And if I don't sign, I take it the nearest garage is 14 miles that way.
13, actually, but most of it is uphill.
So, once again, we sign. And now have a car that can hardly get its nose out of the tarmac for the weight of badges. 14 cars and a hell of an overdraft later, you are the proud owner of something on wheels that is the envy of your neighbours and the ruination of yourself. Unfortunately, the electrically driven windows completely drain the battery, so you have to hire a car whilst the battery is being recharged.
Now then, sir, if we could just complete this form, we'll soon have you back on the road. Now, I've got your name and address. Could I have your profession?
I am a thespian.
No, not religion, sir. Profession.
Actor.
Oh, really? I thought you had a funny voice. That bungs us straight up a cul-de-sac, doesn't it?
Why?
Well, the insurance companies don't like actors, rogues, vagabonds, or vicars. Won't touch them. Unreliable, they reckon. Still, there's got to be a way round it. Now, did you have any decent job before you became an actor?
Yes?
Oh, then we're there. We'll put you down as that. Now, what was it?
Paper boy.
You're not taking this very seriously, are you? Right, I'll put you down as a newsagent, no problem. Now, if I could just have your signature and your cheque.
And that is the way to recognise an expert. All they ever want from you is your signature and your cheque. It is about now that the unbeatable Mrs. Ernest Fontwell strikes. The one expert that no Ernest Fontwell can beat.
I've been thinking, what's your...
Ernest.
Oh, yes, of course, I keep forgetting. What we really need is a second car for shopping. It would be saving in the long run, darling.
How?
Well, I've got it all worked out. With the second car, I could get the shopping done in half the time, so that would leave me time to take a job, part-time, and that would help pay for the second car.
That is the sort of women's logic with which there is no argument. Unless you want to lose it.
Tell you what, dear, why don't you go and see that nice gentleman who sold you our first car?
Having trouble?
None at all, sir. I'm just trying to drain the battery.
And succeeding, I gather.
Oh, it's you, sir. I thought I recognised the bicycle clips.
Well, my wife has my car today, so I thought I might buy one for her so that I can get mine back.
Ah, no. If you were thinking of part exchange, that might be a bit tricky. There's just no demand for the sort of car you bought from me. Can't shift them at all. Got one in the yard, nobody wants the perisher, been stuck there for months.
I know. I recognised the number plate when I came in. It's the one you sold me.
Of course, they don't make them like that anymore. Run forever, these engines. Ideal for a second car, that model. Wish they still made it. I could sell 40 a week.
Notice how the expert rumbles that he's found a mug and rapidly moves from total despondency to wild enthusiasm on the off chance that he can pile the same load of rusty nuts and bolts on you a second time.
Of course, it has had several very careful owners since you parted with her, and fully maintained, of course. As long as you brake carefully and always park in a side street, the worn tyres won't matter a bit. And with the longer evenings, you won't be needing the side lights too much, will you? No.
Supposing I do, what happens? The blue flash and the car stops dead?
I was forgetting that you had been one of the careful owners. Silly me. Perhaps you'd be happier with one of the other fully maintained cars in our more superior range in the backyard. Every one a snip at the price.
And being a Fontwell and not wishing to disappoint the little woman, you end up the proud possessor of an even more expensive load of rusty nuts and bolts. However, there is the consolation that you may be able to use your car when you want it, and the cost of the second one is only 3 times the cost of the wife hiring taxis. There is only one snag. Driving the brute home, you decide to have a quick one with the lads in the local to celebrate your new purchase. And as soon as you leave the car park...
Excuse me, sir. Your side lights aren't working. Would you kindly blow into this bag?
And after a rather sordid court case, you don't need a second car for at least a year. This means that you will have to be driven by the wife, complete with such gay banter as...
Oh, I'm in reverse. I've been thinking, what's your name?
Ernest.
Oh, yes, of course. As I'm having to drive you because you've lost your license, why don't you employ me as your chauffeur? Perhaps you could claim me off tax or something. That way this car could cost us nothing, and we could sell yours and show a profit.
As I said earlier, that is the sort of women's logic with which there is no argument. I did also say, unless you want to lose it. But in this case, you've already lost it. 2 days later, your car has gone, and the wife has a fur coat to match the upholstery in her car. Eventually, you get tired of being bounced from drain hole to drain hole in her old heap, so you buy her a brand new car with every conceivable extra.
Afternoon, madam. Where's the fire?
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I've only had the car 2 days.
I know, madam. I booked you for speeding on both of them.
I thought I recognised your cap and whistle. How nice to meet you again.
I think I want to die.
Another mile or so and you would have done, sir. Your wife was doing 40 miles an hour.
But this is a motorway. It's a 70-mile-an-hour limit.
Granted, sir, but we had to risk our necks chasing you. You're heading south on the northbound carriageway.
I definitely want to die.
Now then, madam, if you wouldn't mind blowing in this bag.
And several rather sordid court cases later, you don't need a car at all, for at least a year. So take my advice. For pity's sake, stay at home. Don't move.
That was Ernest Fontwell versus the Motoring Expert, starring Frank Thornton as...
Ernest Fontwell. They asked me to hand you this.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry to interrupt, but here is a motoring flash. Drivers in the vicinity of Broadcasting House are warned that Mrs. Ernest Fontwell is back on the road, and you're advised to avoid the area around...
Hello. I just thought I'd pop in to pick you up.
How terribly kind. You going to back out or go through that wall as well?
You've been listening to Ernest Fontwell versus the Motoring Experts. The part of Ernest Fontwell was played by Frank Thornton, who was battling with Patsy Rowlands, Gordon Clyde and David Tate. The programme was written by Lawrie Wyman and produced by Geoffrey Perkins.
Into.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present Ernest Fontwell versus the Communications Experts, written by Lawrie Wyman and starring Frank Thornton.
How do you do? My name is Ernest Fontwell, and that is a name that has only 2 things to be said about it. One is that it is not particularly pretty, and the other is that it is instantly forgettable. However, you will know by now that I'm here to show you how all we Ernest Fontwells must be on our guard to beat the experts in anything. Follow me, and we will get them before they get us. This week, I propose to put the boot in as far as the communications experts are concerned. Hello?
Telephone manager's office here, Mr. Fontwell. Just checking that your phone is in order.
It's been working perfectly. I haven't complained.
Oh, that's fine. In that case, you haven't been unable to get through to us, so I shall cut it off straight away.
Cut it off.
You haven't paid the account, Mr. Fontwell.
I have. I sent a cheque in your cheap envelope with foul-tasting glue a fortnight ago.
Well, that's hardly our fault, is it? We haven't received it, so according to our records, you haven't paid.
Now make a note of that. Experts always know how to pass the buck. It's the same organisation, but a different department, so it ends up as your fault. Presumably, you should have run behind their horrible little yellow van to the sorting office, then run behind another horrible little yellow van to the telephone accounts office to make sure the cheap envelope with the rotten glue got there. Another lot to watch is the television rental service department.
Radio Granny Fusion Service, can I help you?
Yes, please. I rent a set from you, and the picture's gone all peculiar. Angela Rippon is now 8 feet high.
I see.
And that's just her head and shoulders.
Right, I'll have an engineer round there Monday week.
Monday week? But you advertise a 24-hour service.
That is correct. Either myself or some other lump of cheap labour is on the other end of this phone day and night.
That is very nearly fraud.
Oh, no. Now, hang on. If I tell the lads you've got an 8-foot-high Angela Rippon head and shoulders, they might just nip in to adjust the vertical hold so that they can see what the lower bits look like.
However, as good as their word, but also as good as the small print in their contract, the following Thursday, the engineer arrives.
Mr. Flinthole?
Fontwell, actually.
Well, it's near enough. Where is it, in here?
I doubt it. That's the loo. Try that, Dory. It's a bigger room.
Oh, thanks very... God, stone me. However long have you... Well, I didn't know we still had any models with screens that small. My word, you have been with Granny Fusion a long time, haven't you? I may have a bit of trouble here.
Why?
Well, never mind the set. I think my works manual on this heap was worn out as well. Still, I'll do what I can before 7:30.
I take it you go off duty then?
No, but I never miss Coronation Street. Any chance of a cup of tea?
Well, being a twit and an Ernest Fontwell, you give him one. You also have to endure 30 endless minutes of Coronation Street because you don't like to upset him, and in any case, he has given you a brochure to read showing Granny Fusion's newer and far more expensive models.
Yeah, of course it's much better in colour. Now, I've got the forms here, so if you'd just like to sign here, and here, and here, and here, and the banker's order here.
Yes.
Right, I'll fit it first thing tomorrow.
Now, how is it that it takes a week to repair your old set and they can supply a new one overnight? I'll tell you how. Because they are experts at parting your funny-looking new pound notes from your funny-looking old wallet. And you have the misfortune to be an Ernest Fontwell. If you are a Fontwell and not an expert, they will find you and your checkbook. For instance, there's the stereo expert.
Yeah, well, to get perfect sound, we do have our little problems, don't we?
By we, he means you.
Obviously, all that flock paper will have to come off the walls. My brother will rip that lot off in no time at all. Very reasonable cost. At the same time, he can see to your fireplace.
That happens to be an Adam fireplace. What is wrong with it?
Well, the sound is going to bounce up it, isn't it? No, we'll have to rip it out and board it in with acoustic tiles. Same with the ceiling and walls, of course. You are after perfect stereo, I presume?
Well, yes.
Fair enough. Because those velvet curtains have got to go, as I'm sure you realise. Can't get quadraphonic with them. Triphonic, perhaps, but not quad.
Notice the blinding with science bit? All you wanted was a new radiogram that didn't have a handle to wind it up. Now, thanks to the expert, you're going to have more speakers than chairs. Not that there'll be room for the chairs. Or if there is, they won't be in the right place to get the right effect. The listener will only hear Manuel, but not his music of the mountains. And listening to Jeff Love whizzing his battered around is not terribly exciting, even if you can hear it going swee in 4 different directions. I had a friend who bought a quadraphonic set, Now he can only hear what you say if you say it 4 times. And even then he has to be sitting in the right chair in the middle of an acoustic tiled room.
I've got an aunt who makes acoustic curtains and recovers chairs with acoustic tiles.
Forget it. Forget it. Just get me a box of 200 medium-tone gramophone needles. It is at times like this that we Ernest Fontwells have to learn to strike back. If we don't, the experts will not only have you signing checks for an overdraft you haven't got, but they'll also sell you the ink for the pen you wish you hadn't used when your bank manager finds out. Of course, you can always avoid him by going to your local post office and opening a giro account.
14, 15, 16, 17 and 50. Thank you very much. Next.
I'm interested in opening a giro account.
Sorry, sir. Position closed.
Which ends that conversation. Unless you want to shout at a piece of glass and a wire grill because all the other positions are closed as well, except for the one marked overseas mail and registered parcels only. Of course, in this modern age, there are so many new methods of communication. One day you go to your office and find that instead of a secretary, you are stuck with a dictation machine. All you have to do is chat into it, and one of the typists in the pool will hammer it out for you. It saves the company a fortune, except they forget to teach you how to use it. Good morning, Miss, whatever your name is. Of course, we've never met, so I don't even know how fast you are. At typing, that is. And I'm a happily married man. Yes. Now, letter to Messrs. Sharp and Lucas. I'm not going too quickly for you, am I? That was to you and not to the letter. I'll start again. Letter to Messrs. Sharp and Lucas. Dear sirs, further to your letter of the, where the hell did I put it? Blasted thing must be on my desk somewhere. Ignore that last bit. Oh, God, how I hate these ruddy machines. Ignore that bit as well. Where the blazes is the stop button? It's Japanese junk. Surely they can write stop instead of painting daft little pictures nobody can understand. What are 2 arrows going in opposite directions supposed to mean? Property of British Rail? No. I'm sorry about this, Miss, whatever your name is. I'll try again. I'll get the hang of it eventually. Probably about the same day as they present with my retirement clock. By now, you see, this man is a mental and physical wreck because the experts have decided he'd be better employed with a communication machine than gawping at big knockers, chubby knees, and an ability to take shorthand. Of course, when his tape gets down to the typing pool and is played back, all that happens is...
Good morning, miss.
Which defeats the object of the exercise altogether. Well, not altogether, because it means that another expert has got rid of another Ernest Fontwell. Even with machines, they put us down. Now you are inefficient, not their load of made-in-Hong Kong rubbish. The Russians are just as difficult. When it comes to a game of chess, it is suggested their grandmasters give advice to pupils via telepathy.
Checkmate agreed. The final game goes to the Petrovanian entry. He now becomes the overall winner.
What happened, boys? You're out of your tiny caviar mind?
Sergei was sending me the wrong signals. Instead of move bishop to pawn, I was getting a mental picture of a poached egg on toast.
Experts are worldwide. But they don't like it if we Ernest Fontwell strike back and try to join them. They want it all their own way. They even fight amongst themselves, particularly if they want to communicate with each other in mid-air.
This is Concord Bravo 1 Foxtrot.
Do you reverse?
When you're flying Concord, not as a rule.
Oh, how wise. Where are you?
Well, that is what I was hoping you could tell me.
Oh, well, I did hear you zoom past the control tower a couple of times half an hour ago, but by now you could be anywhere, huh? Have you seen anything you recognize lately? You aren't on my scanner.
Yes, the Taj Mahal and the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
My word. Concord does get a move on, doesn't it? Look, if I were you, I'd head for Australia. Do an about turn, and I'll keep an eye out for you. When you hear me shout, whoa, try to land.
You potty. By the time you shout, whoa, I'll be in New York.
And all that is going on in a multi-million-pound plane, jam-packed full of a load of totally innocent Ernest Fontwells. I won't dwell upon the fact that with British Rail, they only provide buffet cars from Monday to Friday. For some strange reason, we're not supposed to get hungry or want a cup of coffee on Saturdays and Sundays. Neither will I dwell on the telegram boy who nips onto his moped before you've had half a chance to open your front door and left you a notice to say that you've got to go to the post office to find out why he rang your doorbell before he vanished in a cloud of blue smoke. No, I'd like to warn you about another communications expert, the radio producer.
Now, I don't want you to be nervous, Mr.
Fontwell.
Oh, yes, of course. I keep thinking it's last week. That was Magnus Pike, and I haven't really got over it yet. Now, what we want this time is a frank, honest, and sincere load of old rubbish from a below-the-average man.
How kind. What exactly do you want to interview me about?
Oh, good question. Well, up to you, really. Think of a blank sheet of paper and start from there. Don't feel restricted in any way. It's pre-recorded, so I can always edit it out if you go too far.
That is a great consolation.
Now, are you married?
Hundreds of times.
I see. Well, we can skate round that. No point dragging out skeletons in the cupboard, is there?
They're all alive, actually. I am also an unfrocked scoutmaster and a card-carrying communist who likes to wear suspender belts and stockings in a bubble bath while listening to punk music.
You are taking the mickey, aren't you?
If I'm not, you're in for a heck of a lot of trouble.
Oh, thank heavens for that. I could see my pension being flushed down the proverbial.
This is one thing we Ernest Fontwells must remember. Take the battle against the experts into the enemy's camp. Frighten them as much as they frighten us. Of course, there is one communication expert that we can never defeat. Mrs. Ernest Fontwell. She will win every time.
I was just thinking,
Ernest!
Oh, that's right, dear. I remember now. It was written in pink icing on the wedding cake, except that the baker didn't quite spell it correctly. I was just thinking, Ernest, now why don't we have a holiday? We could phone up the airport, book a flight on Concorde, then we could send a telegram to the hotel to make a reservation through the post office via the phone. Then we could go intercity and have a nice meal on the train to Heathrow.
Forget it. You are a Mrs. Ernest Fontwell, and there are 7 reasons in that sentence that mean, thanks to the communication expert, we'll be ending up sitting on our suitcases on the doorstep for a fortnight. Please, take my advice. If, like me, you are a Fontwell, don't attempt to phone, telegraph, or even move. Well, that's all for now, but remember, it's us Ernest Fontwells versus them. We must not let them win. Bye for now. I'll be with you next week, if the experts don't get me first.
You've been listening to Ernest Fontwell versus the communications experts. The part of Ernest Fontwell was played by Frank Thornton, who was battling with Patsy Rowlands, Gordon Clyde, and David Tate. The programme was written by Lawrie Wyman and produced by Geoffrey Perkins. Ladies and gentlemen, we present Ernest Fontwell versus the Catering Experts, starring Frank Thornton and written by Lawrie Wyman.
How do you do? My name is Ernest Fontwell, the sort of name that trips off the tongue and lands at your feet with a resounding thud. By now, you will know that my purpose in life is to warn you of the perils and disasters we Ernest Fontwells face if we call in an expert. If you don't, where were you during the last few weeks? Now, this week, I intend to advise you on how to sidestep the low cunning of the catering experts.
Sorry, chips is off.
Boiled?
Sorry, boiled is off. We've been ever so busy.
Which is a downright lie. What she really means is they didn't buy enough spuds. Of course, when it comes to food, everybody's an expert, even disc jockeys.
6542371. Have you got them down, I ask? Yes, she says. That's the trouble with foreign elastic. And here is Raymondo to say...
This is what you do.
Chuck the flaming lot down the sink. It tastes like condemned mud.
Someone else who is frightfully intense on food is a vegetarian, jam-packed full of nut cutlets and the other essential, roughage. This does have a disadvantage if you wish to hold a lengthy conversation.
With grated carrots and onions. I mean, you'd never notice the difference, I promise you.
Sounds fascinating. I must try it some...
Excuse me, I shan't. Sorry about that. Now, you were saying?
Yes. I thought that recipe with the onions sounded extremely...
Excuse me, I shan't be... And of course, the other advantage is that it does help you to lose weight.
Yes, so I imagine.
And of course, for a sweet, you can have figs and prunes and... Excuse me, I shall... And custard.
Another catering expert to watch out for is the television cooking expert. Follow his recipes and the wife will have burnt out the week's housekeeping by breakfast time on Monday. The other snag is that the dish may have looked delicious on the box, but when your wife tries to make it, she ends up chucking it down the sink because it tastes like condemned mud. This means that you have to go to the Chinese takeaway. They, of course, are experts in not learning English, even if they have been beaming at their 45-inch colour TV behind the counter for 10 years.
Which is what you're ordering, yes, please?
Oh, yes. We'd like the special Fu Yong, Hong Kong Chow Mein, Shanghai Yank Pello Squidgy Octo balls in batter and fried rice.
Ah, so. Shortly will arrive, maybe.
Hello? Now what?
2 portions, 95, 36, 83 and no chips.
Just as well. Chips is off.
Which only goes to show that there is no point in trying to learn their ludicrous language either. I have always believed that they do the...
Sorry, no understand.
...bit in order to make us Ernest Fontwells feel inferior, which they do. Indian restaurants are the same, except they have a slightly smaller colour television set to watch whilst they burn your poppadoms. Now, mind you, they don't understand a word you're saying either. So instead of getting a mild curry, you cop a mouthful of something that blasts your head off. Your scream of agony, just before you lose your voice altogether, is followed by...
Most humble and abject apologies, sir. You should have ordered half portion 94, not full portion 702.
Ooh, thanks very much.
Suggest you fan your boiling cake hole with your poppadoms.
Which is a very clever trick if you can do it. But once again, the catering expert has made it look as if the error was your fault and not his. At all times, these experts make quite sure that you are dining out through their courtesy and paying through the nose for the privilege. You are an Ernest Fontwell, and they are doing you a favour by emptying your wallet so that you don't starve to death. Of course, during the summer, you can always cut the cost by having a nice picnic with the family.
Dad?
Not tonight, Gladys. I've got a headache.
Oh, Dad!
Yeah, now what?
Where's me kite? Can I have an ice cream? Where'd you put the whiz-back tennis set and when's lunch?
Probably. Ask your mother.
Well, no, she said to ask you.
Then tell her you can't.
Why not, Dad?
Because I'm asleep.
Oh. Dad?
Mm-mm.
Why did you drive all the way to Seaford for a kip when you could have slept at home?
I shall never know. Here's a quid. Now buzz off and do something that takes a long time.
Yeah, but kites are £1.20, Dad.
Then here's another quid. Now buzz off and do something that takes even longer.
Oh, thanks, Dad. Be back as soon as I can.
Oh, there you are. What's your name?
Ernest, I'm your husband.
Oh, well, if you say so, dear. Now, about the picnic lunch. Now, which sandwiches would you prefer? Cheese without pickles, ham without mustard, or sardine and tomato without tomato? And would you prefer lemon tea without lemon or ordinary tea without milk or sugar?
Forgive me, but why is everything without something?
You left the other hamper at home.
Mrs. Fontwell is the expert beyond compare. Notice how, as she has dropped the clanger, the we suddenly becomes only you. Packing the boot of the car was never your responsibility in the first place. You were only supposed to give your wallet a right thumping, buying the petrol and oil, having the tyres checked, and driving for miles in the wrong direction because she had the map upside down. But as you've been thoroughly grumpy all day, there is only one way to crawl back into favour. Take the family to a luxury hotel for dinner in their magnificent restaurant, complete with dancing to a big band, and even bigger bill. Yes, well, that's 2 avocado pears. I'll just have the soup du jour, followed by 2 roast duck à l'orange, and I'd better have the steak pie and chips.
So sorry, there's no chips tonight with anything. Perhaps there is something else you really fancy.
Possibly, but it doesn't happen to be on the menu. However, in that case, could I change my mind and have 2 more... boiled in their jackets?
Certainly, sir. Would you like the wine waiter?
Who knows? I've never met him. Well, actually, at these prices, I'd probably prefer the grapefruit juice waiter. No, I think what I'd like is 2 of the... a soda and a lemonade.
So sorry. No soda. The industrial dispute, you know.
No, I didn't. Now, don't tell me they're striking for more money and less bubbles per bottle.
Possibly, sir. Now, is there something else you'd like?
At which point, unless you want to be a divorced Ernest Fontwell, you keep your trap shut. And all that for a gigantic meal that tasted like condemned mud. Of course, there is always the catering inexpert, such as the motorway service station.
You'd like what?
The mock fish cutlets, please.
Sorry, mock fish is off.
Oh. In that case, I'll have the gigantic super hamburgerette.
Sorry, hamburgerettes is off. It is lunchtime, you know.
Of course. Yes, my fault. I must remember to get hungry when nobody else does. But what is left?
Nothing really. But chips is on. You could have a donut without jam with them.
Notice how even the waitress is an expert at making you feel a twit for getting hungry when she's busy not serving anybody else either?
Sorry, donuts without jam is off as well. Here's your chips.
How kind. Could I have the salt?
Sorry,
Salt is off. I thought it was. 200 miles at 69 3/4 miles an hour, in case there's a police car behind you, for a cardboard plate full of unsalted, burnt and oily cold chips. Now you are so full of indigestion you can't drive any further anyway. The other expert caterers, of course, are British Rail in their buffet cars. They supply you with sandwiches in a plastic wrapper that you can't undo without a hacksaw, and tea or coffee with milk in a sealed tub, which if you can open, spurts and splashes out all down your chute. I won't dwell too much on the wedding breakfast, which is usually lunch anyway, and where the best man reads out the telegrams which contain such pearls of wit as...
And this one is from Big John and Little Beverly. It says... today is the day, tonight is the night. I have shot the stork, so you are all right. You see...
Of course, the only person who wasn't applauding was the vicar. Not because he didn't approve, just that all vicars are experts at getting sparks out of their knives and forks if there's free nosh about. They don't want to waste time listening to telegrams. Of course, it is at weddings that we Ernest Fontwells become experts in our own right at creating disaster. The last one I attended, I congratulated the wrong vicar on his splendid service, knocked over his sherry, complained about the shocking food and service to a guest who turned out to be the owner of the hotel, and parked my car in such a way that the happy couple couldn't drive off for their honeymoon in their hired car because mine wouldn't start. Well, that was my own wedding. Now, some 15 years later, the catering expert of all time comes up with a bright idea that rocks you back on your worn-down heels.
I've been thinking, what's your name?
Ernest Fontwell, I'm your husband.
I nice for you, dear. I've been thinking I really must have a new cooker.
But it was brand new when we bought it. What have you done to it?
Well, it was 15 years ago, dear. Now only one of the top burners lights, and that goes pop, whoosh, bang each time I light it. Or it blows the match out and gives me a nasty cough.
So, being a nice, kind Ernest Fontwell, you trot the little woman round to the gas showrooms to buy one of their much-advertised bargain offers. And that is where you meet the next expert.
That is absolutely true, sir. We do allow you £5 on your old cooker, but 15 years old. Well, my word, you really are pushing your luck, aren't you?
With a bit of service and a paint job, you'll be able to flog it.
Oh, quite. For about £5.50. I don't think we'll bother. Now, you've seen the catalogue, and I gather you've selected this cheaper model.
Yes, please. It's a lovely picture.
You weren't expecting this one to last 15 years, were you?
Yes.
Oh, well, let's not be too hasty. If you care to turn to page 14, for a mere £150 extra, you could have the Super Deluxe Cavalier model. It'll last a lifetime and save you money in the long run.
Oh, I like that. What do you think? What's your name?
Ernest.
Just as you say, dear. I definitely like that model. Yes, with that one, I could be quite cordon bleu.
And being a Fontwell, confronted by two experts, you've signed for a massive cooker that won't fit in your kitchen, but at least you'll be able to have chips any time you like. Now, goodbye for now, and take my advice. Stick to sandwiches. They're a hell of a lot cheaper.
You've been listening to Ernest Fontwell versus the catering experts. The part of Ernest Fontwell was played by Frank Thornton, who was battling with Patsy Rowlands, David Tate and John Baddeley. The programme was written by Lawrie Wyman and produced by Geoffrey Perkins.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present Ernest Fontwell versus the Holiday Experts, written by Lawrie Wyman and starring Frank Thornton.
How do you do? My name is Ernest Fontwell. Well, in itself, I'll grant you it's not particularly amusing, but when it comes to fighting the experts in anything, we are all Ernest Fontwells. The moment they suspect we have a bob or two, they're after it. This week, I'd like to tell you how to fight off the holiday experts. Don't fall for all those adverts that say, "Fly me, I'm Samantha," or Davinia. If you're a Fontwell, all you'll cop is 15 stone of Gladys.
We're flying at 20,000 feet at 600 miles per hour, and would you like tea, coffee, or something stronger?
No, looking at you, I'd like something a lot smaller. But if possible, awake.
Oh, stone me, why do I always get the pernickety passengers?
You are stuck with Gladys here because it's a charter flight on a clapped-out freight plane. This means that as soon as it lands from its last flight, they shovel out the pig food and bung in a set of deck chairs and great big fat Gladys. No, there are no shortcuts to a perfect holiday. One must study the brochures.
Come to sunny Spain and enjoy the unbounded luxury of the San Sebastian Hotel. Every room equipped with private bath, all overlooking the beach and sea.
Which means that with a bit of luck, the foundations of the hotel will be laid about a week before you and your luggage arrive. If your luggage ever does arrive.
Come to sunny Italy and enjoy the unbounded luxury of the Milano Magnifico Hotel. Every room equipped with private bath, all overlooked by everyone on the beach or in the sea.
Which is much nearer the truth. Of course, there is a cheap way of having a holiday abroad. You can spend your entire fortnight off trying to get a visa from their embassy in order to spend a fortnight in their blasted country.
Hi, fella.
Good morning. I wish to visit the United States.
That could be tricky, fella. Now, let's see how you shape up. Are you a card-carrying communist? Do you intend to overthrow the American government? Have you been in prison or divorced? Have you enough capital to maintain yourself in our great country, or are you destitute? Are any legal proceedings being promoted against you?
Yes! But only in answer to the last question. I haven't paid my gas bill.
Sorry, fella. Next.
Good morning. I thought I would like to visit the glorious People's Soviet Republic to exchange the hand of comradeship between our two...
Niet! And who is next for a niet?
Good morning. I was thinking of visiting Rome.
Si, signor. You wish to have audience with His Holiness? It can be arranged, and no trouble.
Well, yes, that would be an experience.
That will be 40,000 lira extra, cash, of course.
I don't think I'll bother.
Sorry, no visa. Next.
Let us be honest and admit that the Ernest Fontwells of this world should take their holidays at home. That way we cut down the chances of being either lost or arrested. At any coastal resort, we can always take advantage of the mystery coach tour. Excuse me, driver.
Now what?
Without wishing to be a pest, I do realize that this is supposed to be a mystery tour, but could you give us the slightest idea where we are going? Not that I wish to spoil the fun, you understand.
Oh, you won't. I don't know where we're going either. I left me ruddy maps in the garage.
All of which gives you a great deal of confidence, particularly if you happen to have noticed a completely bald front tyre as you got in. A fat lot of good your stick of souvenir rock is going to do you if that rotund heap of thin rubber goes halfway down the hill to the Cheddar Gorge. Of course, if you happen to be an enthusiast, there's nothing more relaxing or alcoholic than a fishing holiday. After being poured out of a pub with your angling friend, you stagger to the nearest bridge, chuck your line in, and open another bottle. Then comes that magic moment when your equally pie-eyed friend jerks your arm and says... Shush, Freddy, you'll fish-le the frightener away. Now, what?
Well, this bridge we're on, I think you'd better haul your line in.
Why? You mean I've caught something?
No, but there's a train coming.
Which is liable to put you off fishing or booze for at least a week. Another incredibly boring way of wasting your holiday is bird watching.
Oh, you dirty old devil. I'll have the law on you as soon as I've got my clothes on.
Which probably means bird watching isn't so incredibly boring after all. Mind you, it might be wiser to buy binoculars. You don't get belted one with a wet bikini quite so often. Now, holiday camps can be fun, but you do need to be specially trained in endurance to enjoy them. The relentless round of unbridled gaiety can prove a bit much if you're over 14. Far better to save up for a couple of years and stay at a luxury hotel, complete with agile staff, always at your service and willing to help.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Oh, my word, them stairs are a killer. Now, if you'd like to put your cases down on the cabinet, I'd be much obliged.
There.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. You've been most helpful. Thank you.
I don't know why you bothered to accompany me. I carried the cases. You could have stayed on the ground floor.
To manage. Hope you'll enjoy your stay up here in a bridal suite.
Bridal suite? But I'm here for a conference. I'm on my own.
Oh, that's a pity, that is, isn't it? I'd just ring reception and ask for the massage parlour. That should solve that little problem. Well, at worst, reception will help you out herself. But to be honest, she's a bit past it. Unlike myself.
Of course, a much cheaper way of losing your money is a camp holiday, if you'll pardon the expression. But take no chances. Just buy a second-hand tent from a friend or order one through the papers. 1 foot inside the door of the camping and tent specialists and the expert will pounce.
Good morning. Exactly what would you like me to do for you? I do have quite a large selection.
Yes, you do, don't you? Yes. Yes, I noticed as I came in. No, actually, I was looking for something not too expensive in tents. Perhaps you could suggest something.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Something suitable for my wife and myself.
Oh. Well, there's the catalogue. Have a shufti for yourself. There's bound to be a load of old canvas and string that'll suit you.
How very obliging. Of course, being a Fontwell, and therefore a twit, we finally get talked into the giant maxi super version at the back of the catalogue, which means you'll be sitting in a field eating baked beans for a fortnight because you can't afford anything else. And even they have to be warmed in a tin over your cigarette lighter after paying for the tent. Never mind, you eventually erect the blasted thing in a howling gale and persuade yourself that you're having a wonderful time until the expert camper turns up at your flap door.
Morning, chum. Have you been camping a long time, have you?
Well, no, this is my first time, actually.
Oh, really? Oh, strange that. Seeing as your tent is the old Mark IV model, I thought you must have hung on to it, you know.
No, I've only just bought it.
Oh, really? Oh, no. Well, I thought the manufacturers had withdrawn them all. Yeah, it got done under the Trade Descriptions Act, they did.
I have a feeling I don't want to know the answer, but why?
Well, the catalogue says the centre pole is old English pine.
And?
It's a load of firewood stiff with Dutch elm disease. Hey, you don't suffer from hay fever, do you?
No.
It's just as well. One violent sneeze and the whole lot will collapse around your ears. Oh, and I know it's raining, but you wasn't thinking of cooking those baked beans inside the tent, was you?
Curiously enough, yes.
No, I don't. That's the other thing the manufacturer's got done for.
What?
The canvas isn't fireproofed. One fag end not snuffed out and the old lot'll vanish faster than Concord.
Oh, thanks very much.
Yeah. Look, I'll tell you what now. I'm packing this camping lark in. I could let you have my mobile home tent for quite a reasonable price, you know. At least you'd feel safe at nights.
Well, that's very kind, but what do I do with this one?
Give them fair warning and donate it to the Boy Scouts. At least they'll be able to stand up straight in it.
Now, don't forget that. The expert always attempts to destroy your confidence. Then, out of the kindness of his heart and the thickening of his wallet, shows you your way out of the trouble you were never in the first place. Now let us, as usual, finish with the one expert on all things that none of us Ernest Fontwells can defeat, Mrs. Ernest Fontwell. When it comes to planning holidays, she is unbeatable.
About our holidays this year, now naturally Mother will be coming with us.
Oh, blimey.
And I don't think she was too keen on that holiday camp last year.
That was one of the reasons I picked it.
And that caravan holiday the year before wasn't much of a success either, was it?
Oh, yes, it was. She left on the second day.
So I thought that this year we should treat her to something different.
Potholing with a very short rope and no map?
Yeah, I thought it would be such fun for us all to go to Las Vegas.
Las Vegas?
Well, because you know how much he enjoys the one-armed bandit machines. She won twice at Skegness in 1973.
And the other 75 times she lost 18 quid out of my wallet. Mind you, at least it kept her quiet for a quarter of an hour. It was almost worth it.
Now, don't be difficult, thingamy.
Ernest, I'm your husband!
Of course, I knew we'd met before. Now then, if we go on one of those unscheduled flights and queue up for a day or two beforehand, it won't cost that much.
Oh, no. Just a numb bum from trying to kip on your suitcase and violent indigestion from a steady diet of plastic sausage rolls and cardboard cups of pre-packed instant tea.
Or perhaps Mumsy would prefer the Costa Brava. What do you think?
I think we send Mumsy to Las Vegas on a single ticket and you and I go to Skegness. That way we might all have a good holiday.
Oh, I don't think she'd like that. No, on second thoughts, let's make use of your holiday. We'll stay at home.
Huh?
Now, there's the kitchen to be redecorated and the bathroom wants repainting. And then there's the loo. Now, you know how it ka-choinks but doesn't go woof properly. No, you're right. We'll stay at home and save money.
Save money, don't you believe it? For the time you've paid for all the tools and hired the equipment to do all that lot, it would have been cheaper to go to Las Vegas. Even if you did have to fly Gladys. Not only that, you wouldn't have been quite so exhausted. So, take my advice. Have a holiday anywhere, even if it is Skegness. Well, goodbye, and see you again shortly.
You've been listening to Ernest Fontwell versus the Holiday Experts, starring
Frank Thornton.
Well done. I quite enjoyed it. As Ernest Fontwell. The show was written by Lawrie Wyman. And look, do you mind reading the rest?
Why?
Well, I might miss my train. We're all going to Skegness on holiday.
And the best of British. The show also included Patsy Rowlands, David Tate, and Bill Wallace, and was produced by Geoffrey Perkins.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present Ernest Fontwell versus the Medical Experts, written by Lawrie Wyman and starring Frank Thornton.
How do you do? My name is Ernest Fontwell. Not a particularly pretty name, but I can hardly be blamed. The first I knew of it was when I copped a forehead full of ice-cold water from some twit with his collar on back to front, who also smiled as he banged the back of my nut on his concrete font. This week, I'd like to tell you how we Ernest Fontwells can be on our guard against the medical experts.
If you'll just wait here, Mr. Fontwell, you'll see the red light flash and hear the bell ring when the doctor is prepared to see you.
But my appointment was for now. Who are all these other people?
Well, they are all ahead of you, I'm afraid. You must remember that the doctor is a very busy man, and you are only a suspected grumbling appendix. Help yourself to the magazines.
What a wide selection that is. Woman's Life, amateur knitting, brides and bridesmaids, or, if you're desperate, a picture book of Noddy in space with the last page missing. Now you'll never know if he got back from Mars or not. With a bit of luck, you may even find a 1948 copy of The Lancet so that you can diagnose what's wrong with you for yourself. Of course, it's even worse if you get something like flu and have to ask your GP to call.
Oh, thank goodness, that'll be the doctor.
Just in the nick of time.
Yes, he might give you some vile medicine and stop you moaning.
Mrs. Fontwell?
Yes, do come in, Doctor.
Oh, thank you very much. Of course, if I'd known you lived in the penthouse flat of a high-rise block, then I'd have sent my junior partner. He does stairs. I only do lifts, you see.
So sorry. I do hope you'll be all right.
Oh, it's nothing to worry about. Fortunately, I'm extremely fit. Where's the patient?
In here, Doctor.
Who is that? I thought I could hear somebody else talking. These damn hearing aid batteries always pack it in on early closing days.
This way, Doctor. My husband is in the bedroom.
No, thank you. No, I've had 3 cups already today. Thank you very much. No, hang on now. Where's the blasted volume control on this thing? Not that I need it, really. Oh, wait a minute. This is it. That's better. Who's that whistling? Is that your husband?
No, it's you. You've turned it up too far.
Oh, good. He stopped. Couldn't he have come to the surgery? I don't normally make house calls to patients who are capable of whistling.
And after he's given you a thorough examination lasting all of 3 minutes, he gives you an instant and accurate diagnosis.
Yes, well, I'm not sure what you've got, but there's an awful lot of it about.
He then gives you a prescription, which, being a Nana and a Fontwell, you take. It doesn't cure your flu, but it makes you frightfully sure that you were a terribly busy boy in the tiny room for 3 days. He also probably gives you his wheezing cough. Of course, when we Ernest Fontwells really come into our own is when we're all right, but have to visit a sick relative in hospital. Given a chance, we can set the patient's recovery back 6 months.
He's in that bed, Mr. Flintstone.
Fontwell.
If you insist, but don't be too long.
Do you mean he's not too well?
No. I mean, I'm going off duty and have to put the visitors' chairs back before I can go to the disco with my boyfriend.
Which is reasonable, coming from somebody who's been on duty for hours and had a right mouthful from matron because he hadn't got a cap on straight. Of course, when visiting patients, you always take a gift.
I'll just put the fruit in a bowl for you.
Thanks very much. Hello, Uncle. Sorry about the accident. You should never have tried to paint the ceiling standing on a kitchen chair. Oh, by the way, I brought you some apples and nuts. And a big box of your favourite nougat from Harrods.
That's most thoughtful. Didn't I tell you?
Pardon? Tell me what?
I've broken my jaw.
Yeah, well, perhaps you could suck some of the juice out of the stems of the daffodils, then.
Oh, thank you very kindly. I'll look forward to that.
And then, of course, there is the Harley Street specialist, who is far superior, even to your bank manager.
How do you do, Mr... just a moment. I've marked your cards here somewhere.
You did that as soon as I came through the door. I have an appointment about my hammer toe. Not a pretty sight, but it comes in handy for walking.
Of course, Mr. Fontwell.
Note that, as a matter of principle, the experts never remember your name. It helps to make you feel inferior.
Do come in, Mr. Foxwell.
See what I mean?
Now, if you'd just like to go behind that screen and take all your clothes off, we'll soon see if we can do something about this troublesome back of yours.
It's a hammer toe, actually. And a sock is all I'm going to remove without a third party in the room.
Oh, dear. I'm sorry about that. Last patient's notes, you see. Trouble with the old Tootsie, is it? If she hadn't got big boobs, I'd kill that secretary of mine. Now then, what seems to be in the trouble?
I was under the impression that you were going to tell me that, Doctor.
It's Mr. Farningham Sydenham Gore Bransby. Actually, I'm a consultant.
My error. I take it you have your visiting cards printed jumbo size.
How terribly amusing. Yes, very droll. Now then, if you're national health, I'll give you a prescription for these tablets 20 times a day.
I'm a private patient.
Splendid. Oh, well, in that case, I'll have a word with matron and have you admitted to the St. Stephen Alcock's private nursing home for the sons of gentlemen in the morning.
And 3 weeks later, having given him a cheque for 250 quid and paid the Stephen Alcock's home 400 a week, you limp home, but your back is in perfect shape. Not that you dare quibble, because he was an expert. He not only knows how to cure a back that was giving you no trouble at all, he, like all the other experts, knows how to empty your bank account. Of course, what you really need is when Mr. Farningham Sydenham Gore Bransby decides to call in a second opinion from a Wigmore Street colleague, who also happens to be his daughter's husband who needs a couple of bob.
Yes, now, I've read the case notes, Mr. Fairlock.
It's Fontwell, actually, Doctor.
It's Mr. Worthington, Hampshire, Elgar Garfield, as a matter of fact. Now then, I see the back seems to be healing up nicely. Yes, very nicely. Good. What's concerning me, though, is that hammer toe. Now, we're going to have to do something about that.
Thanks very much.
You're not national health, are you?
No. Is anybody?
Well, only if they're fit. Splendid. Now, I can get you admitted to the St. Stephen Alcock's nursing home as a private patient tomorrow.
Eventually, it dawns on us Fontwells that the directors of the St. Stephen Alcock's nursing home happen to be Mr. Farningham Sydenham Gore Bransby and Mr. Worthington Hampshire Elgar Garfield and their wives. Not that this wallet-thumping is confined to doctors. Dentists have picked up a trick or two as well.
Right, that should hold it for the time being. You are national health, I take it?
No, private patient.
Oh, my dear chap, how can I apologise? Now, just relax. It won't take me a minute to get that 2 of sand and 1 of cement out. Then I'll gently put in something that is almost white. You won't feel a thing.
Except the size of his account. That will hurt more than all the... ever could. The other expert that both doctors and dentists have is their receptionist. Now, if you phone them and actually reach their boss, they're fired, even if they are a relative. They're also cut out of the will. There is an unwritten code among medical experts that states, if ever a patient is allowed to talk to me without a week's notice, back to the labour exchange you go. I believe there's a handbook of put-her-off excuses, such as...
Wellington Nightingale Ward? No, I'm sorry, he's in the theatre.
Which probably means he's at a strip club, gawping at exactly the same sort of goodies he's been operating on all day.
Hello? No, this is his houseman. I'm afraid he's been called away urgently today. He's operating at a hospital in West Lewisham.
Which probably means he's got a good thing going for him with a staff nurse at a hospital in West Lewisham.
Hello, matron speaking? No, we're not expecting him today, I'm afraid. Who is calling? Oh, his wife.
Which probably means that he's in for a right rollicking when he gets home and says he's been at the hospital all day. Of course, it's about now that you get an appointment card to attend a clinic to see a masseur about your non-existent bad back.
Just take your shirt off.
Actually, it's a hammer toe.
I think I'm the best judge of that, Mr. Feedwell.
Fontwell!
Just as you wish. Now, lie on that couch and let's see what we can do to relieve things. You are a private patient, aren't you?
Yes.
Splendid. In that case, I'll warm my hands first. Fine. Now, let's see what the trouble is. Now, here we are. Let's move this round there. Let's pull that up round there. Oh! Hell's teeth! This is going to cost you a bob or two.
Why, what's wrong?
I've just done my own back in.
Which only goes to show that even the experts can make right Ernest Fontwells of themselves at times. But it will always be at your expense. That is why most of them have to become tax exiles and leave us Ernest Fontwells here to pick up the tax bill for the free Grand National Health Service, which fell at Beecher's Brook about 7 years ago. The final medical expert I'd like you to be aware of is the physiotherapist.
Now then, Mr.
Fontwell.
Very well, if you insist. Now, if you just lie on your tummy on the couch, we'll soon have that hammer toe trotting about.
I have just spent 6 weeks in hospital having that and nothing wrong with my back sorted out.
Oh.
I've sprained my wrist.
If she hadn't got such big boobs, I'd kill that secretary of mine. Always gets the wrong notes. Now then, about this sprained wrist. How did it happen?
Probably through signing too many checks to the medical profession.
Oh, I see you are a private patient. Splendid. Then we will forget about the tablets 20 times a day and get down to the nitty-gritty. Much of a sportsman, are you?
Well, I've played ping-pong in the dining room table once or twice.
Really? Well, that is out now for a week or two, I'm afraid. Ping-pong may have caused the problem in the first place.
I last played in 1968.
Well, these troubles can lie dormant for quite some time. Now, the wrist is going to need several visits, you know.
Which means he's recognised an Ernest Fontwell when he sees one. And he can go home and tell the wife she can have that mink coat after all.
In the meantime, what I want you to do is take this tennis ball home with you and keep squeezing it day and night to strengthen the muscles. Fine, now just see my receptionist and leave your check on the way out.
Which means that old tennis ball is going to cost you about 200 quid and your ping-pong days are over. Now take my advice. Keep fit, and whatever you do, don't take your checkbook with you, even for a common cold.
You've been listening to Ernest Fontwell versus the Medical Expert, starring Frank Thornton as...
Oh, blast, there goes another 200 quid.
Ernest Fontwell, and he was battling with Patsy Rowlands, David Tate and John Baddeley. The programme was written by Lawrie Wyman and produced by Geoffrey Perkins.